According to figures published in 2015, can you believe that nearly £2 billion is spent on caravanning holidays? And people, you, I and many others, spend 50 million nights a year in total in caravans. None of us are staying at home at all, it seems. Our reporter Mark Smith has been to meet James Hunt, not that one, near Cheltenham Racecourse. He has a business hiring out caravans called caravanhireforanyevent.co.uk.
So I'm sitting on a very comfortable little sofa here, which is at the front end of this caravan, the stereotypical view out over the fields you'd always get from a camping holiday. Who knows what this bed might turn into, as they always have to do, little cubby holes underneath there and numerous drawers and things like that, which they stay shut quite well because I guess they don't want them to open while they're being in transit. This caravan is one of James Hunt's 5 that he has here up near Bishop's Cleeve. James, how did you get started in hiring out caravans?
I had one caravan that was sat outside my house doing absolutely nothing except for one holiday a year. And I thought, well, why don't I hire it out to somebody? Somebody was actually going to a festival. They just thought, baby boomers, the people that go to festivals these days aren't just millennials, they're also older people as well. And they didn't want to sort of have a horrible kind of camping experience in the mud and the rain. So I lent them a caravan, and they paid me some money, so I thought, okay, I'll hire it out again.
Describe, is this basic, middle range, luxurious, or your one over there, looks a little bit larger, so how do they compare?
Nowadays, everybody goes for the top of the range because you get a different experience. You actually get a separate bedroom and a fixed bed. This is more the family where you get bunk beds for the kids, and the usual traditional caravan where you kind of sit opposite each other.
I'm guessing that there's normally some kind of table or something like that gets put in the middle here?
That's right. Well, nowadays with the awning, have these blow-up awnings nowadays?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like the old days where you kind of trying to fit all the rods together and get it all wrong. You just literally blow the thing up with a pump and the whole thing just inflates.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you now sit outside.
In a bubble, basically.
In a bubble, yeah, that's right.
Now, obviously, we need to know what these things are like. I mean, this is going to have a little bathroom in here, which we're just working... Oops, they're very clever caravans. Yep. You never knew you could get 2 men inside a toilet box, did you? Right. So we haven't got a shower in here, so this is just a very basic one, or... Is that a shower curtain there?
Yeah, there's a shower curtain. You get a shower in this one.
Where?
Yeah.
Well, are you going to sit on the toilet?
No, look at this. This just zooms up like that.
Oh, so what?
Just clips on there.
So that was the sink
That was
tap.
the sink tap, and now it's not a sink tap, it's a shower, 'cause it's actually on a extender hose.
Right, and do you have to take... You've got a floor mat in here, so I guess that has to come out.
That has to come out.
Take the toilet roll off as well, because otherwise it gets soggy.
Well, they've got the curtain going round, so it probably protects that. So,
oh, right.
Yeah.
So this is, as you say, this is the basic. We'll let you come out of the cupboard, but we've got our oven and things like that. Let's wander out of this one, and we'll go over to the one which is a little bit more posh then.
Sure.
So you talk about how actually people prefer to go and have something a little bit posher. This one immediately, a Meridian. Oh, you get a welcome mat in this one.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so much larger in here.
Yeah. Oh, well, the big, you can tell right now, look, we can both get in the bathroom this time.
Well, that's it. We could have a party inside that bathroom. It's that much bigger. You get 2 toilet rolls as well. And all of your little cupboards, I mean, we've got, that's proper crockery. There's none of this plastic stuff, is there?
That's right. You can have all the mod cons these days, can't you?
So people do want the slightly upper end. They're prepared to pay a little bit more to get a little bit more luxury.
Because what you're doing is you're not hiring out caravans, you're giving people a holiday. So it's all the little things, isn't it? So having proper knives and forks and all this kind of stuff and having a proper kitchen, why not?
You must have some interesting tales, because now if you get out to a festival, if one of these caravans is hired out, you take it there, or do you literally give it to the person, they hook up and then they take it themselves, or what kind of things does it then come back with?
Glastonbury was a bit of an experience because I let people take the caravans down there themselves. When it's wet and muddy, I had a few caravans come back in a real state, really sort of mud everywhere, etc., etc. But I've learned my lesson. Actually, the carpets do come out. So if someone's going to Glastonbury, they have lino with some rugs nowadays.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you have got a little plastic mat there, which kind of works out. But you could pretty much lift this carpet up.
Yes, you can. Yeah, just it's all sort of nowadays. They all just kind of lift out, and there's lino underneath. Makes it a lot easier.
Is business picking up? Is there a growing trend that people don't want a camping holiday? They would prefer to do this, or is it the case that actually cheap flights mean caravanning it sort of bumps along to its normal level?
Festivals are booming in the UK. You probably realise this. It started with Glastonbury and now they're everywhere all through the summer. We're pretty central here in Gloucestershire, and as I think I mentioned, the baby boomer situation You know, people going to these places aren't necessarily just young people, so they do want a bit of comfort, and they can have it just like that. I mean, just wheel the thing along and bang, you've got 5-star comfort. And what people go for is the cold beers. You know, even if you haven't got any electricity, these fridges work off gas. Well, there we go.
And actually, that's a pretty good size. I reckon
the
that...
larger nowadays.
Ever found a bottle of wine left in there?
I found, didn't find it actually, we smelt it, some mackerel tucked, wedged somehow underneath the freezer box and the top shelf, and it had been there a little while. So that was a real disaster. Fridge is really, really important. And well, showers, they tend to use the showers on a festival, but when they're all muddy and you can rent the shower out, make a bit extra money.
Making it into his business then, the joys of the caravan for business, called Caravan Hire for any event.co.uk. James Hunt speaking to Mark Smith there.